Hey, what's going on, guys? So, I've been wanting to make this video here for a while now regarding the Parkland shooting, and as I said, I'm going to be bringing a lot more videos back, whether this is on my Lone Star Prepper page, my YouTube page, or if I create maybe another page where I just do, regular rants and vlogs and, stuff like that. I'm not sure which will be yet, to be honest. I'll probably keep it on the Lone Star Prepper page, to be honest, and I'm going to continue doing gun reviews. I got a couple, actually I got a lot of stuff I'm going to be bringing y'all's way, and it's, a lot of stuff's already recorded, just got to upload it. But this right here is in regards to the Parkland shooting. Now, you call it what you will, guys. This thing is looking more and more like another Sandy Hook. There's some conflicting reports out there as far as what some students are saying, what some teachers are saying. Just a lot of conflicting reports, guys, and it just goes to show the narrative here. I mean, instantly the narrative was guns, and you see exactly what's going on because of it. And there's just several unanswered questions that I have, and maybe we could shed some light on it. You guys out in the comment section, maybe you can comment. And look, don't sit here and start flaming me and getting on my ass saying that I'm calling this a hoax or whatever, because I'm not calling it a hoax. I'm just simply saying it's starting to look a lot like Sandy Hook. First and foremost, guys, why exactly was the FBI the first to respond on scene? And now this is the report that I heard. I don't know how true this is. Like I said, I'm gonna need you guys in the comment section to comment with reliable sources on this kind of stuff, because this is just through what I've heard. This is stuff that I've heard, okay? And a lot of this stuff I didn't fact check it, so don't take this to the bank, don't cash this check just yet. I'm just trying to get y'all's opinions on it. But from what I heard, FBI was first on scene when the PD's blocks away. Why was the FBI the first on scene, right? Another thing, Secret Service was at this school weeks prior, conducting drills, basically conducting school shooting drills. When in the world have we ever heard of Secret Service going to schools conducting drills on active shooters? I've never heard about that in my lifetime, and you're telling me this is the first time they've ever done it, and it just so happened to be Parkland, right? And then some students said that they were told that day there would be active shooter drill. So a lot of these students running out were under the impression that this was just a drill, basically, that this wasn't a real thing. Let's see, a couple students report multiple shooters. Also, some students report men in military fatigues. That apparently nobody's entered that school, so why would anybody in military fatigues be in that school at that time, right? And I know you see me looking down. I'm looking at my little notes here because my memory is complete shit, so I had to jot down everything. And like I said, guys, I need y'all's input here, with reliable sources. If you know something, post it down so everybody can see it. I'm not saying all this is right or all this is factual. These are just things that I've heard, and it raises an eyebrow. Let's see, where was I? Yes. Okay, now here's a fact. The shooter was visited 39 times, but never placed on a watch list. 39 times. I mean, he was visited. This is just by, the local police, right? 39 times, never put on any kind of a watch list, right? How did CNN have so many kids in place to echo their exact their exact verbiage, literally, immediately, CNN had kids ready to roll with exactly what they wanted them to say. You know, their scripted responses, guys. You know, that just seems like this was you know, call it what you will, guys, but it just seems like this was just a script right out of a Hollywood movie, guys. I mean, we seen what happened with Vegas. I mean, they're treating us like we're just dumb as hell. And most people, I think Vegas was the first time people actually opened their eyes up and said, you know, this isn't right. Something's not right here. Y'all are not telling us the truth. Unfortunately, with Vegas, it kind of just all but went away. We found nothing out about Vegas. And nobody's asking questions. Nobody's asking anything about Vegas. Vegas is history. I mean, why are we not asking what the hell happened? I mean, we deserve answers to know what in the hell has happened. I mean, but nobody's asking anything, right? It's like they swept it under the rug. I mean, that right there alone tells you something's not right there. Why isn't the Secret Service? Why isn't their involvement in this being investigated? You know, as far as them being there weeks before doing training drills. Why is that not being brought to light or being reported? You know, that's a bit odd. I just don't get it. And this reoccurring student, everybody knows him now, David Hogg, the face of Hitler's Youth. That's what I'm gonna call him. Armband and all that is the Hitler Youth right there. This kid, right, this foul-mouthed little bastard of a kid whose father just so happens to be retired. Let me do the quotations. Retired FBI, right? So they got this kid who, there's been stories he was at school, wasn't at school, blah, blah, blah. Now, I know the truth behind this. Everybody jumped on that. Oh, he lied about it. Well, he was at school. There's live video of him being at school when it happened. After all the shooting happened, of course, you know, the kids got sent home. And that's where the mix-up came into play. Sorry about the camera, guys. But the mix-up is the kids got sent home. So that's when he was saying he rode his bike back up to school as fast as he could to get interviews. So, you know, that whole mix-up, don't get your panties all in a bunch. He was in the school at the time, supposedly, right? Who knows if he was even a student. But anyways, yeah, his father's in the FBI. How convenient, right? Also, let's see. The school. Does the school not have cameras? Because why are there no videos available? The only video I've seen was a very, very odd video. And I don't know if this is, you know, I wish somebody could maybe put some proof of that this video was at Parkland. But there's a video out there of, it looks like sheriffs dragging what looks to be a body bag out to a police truck and then them pulling away real fast. Why there's an armed officer in the back of the truck guarding it. So whatever they're pulling out of that school, they're hauling ass. Now, I'd like to know what the hell that's all about. If anybody has any, like I said, anybody has any information, any credible sources, post it in the comments, guys. Let us all know. Has the Secret Service been to any other schools? You know, supposedly, like they've been to this school right here conducting drills. Have they been to any other schools to provide training? I'd like to know that. Also, who identified the shooter? You know, from the very get-go, who identified him? And how did they track him to the store? He was caught at a convenience store, I believe, right? So, who identified him and who tracked him to that store where he was located, right? And why has the entire CNN narrative been to attack the Second Amendment here when at least 3 government agencies failed miserably to help mentally ill U.S. citizens, right? So they're doing everything they can to mess with the Second Amendment when 3 different government agencies failed miserably to help people that were screaming. They were yelling, they were screaming at the top of their lungs for help, and nobody was there to help. I mean, this kid gave them every opportunity to fix a problem, to possibly turn this kid the right way, you know? Yet they ignored him. They you know, and I hate to say this, but good God, it's like they, guys, I mean, this kid's a terrible human being, but it's just almost like they just formed him into this, you know? And I hate to say it like that because, you know, nobody made this kid do such a terrible act, you know? But I mean, he was screaming for help, and everybody knew it. Everybody in the town knew it. Everybody who knew that kid knew it. Everybody in the community, the police station, the FBI, everybody knew this guy was a loose cannon. Yet they didn't even put him on any kind of watch list. This kid could go in and buy a damn gun legally. I mean, come on. That is ridiculous, guys. Why are they demolishing the school? If the narrative is true, why not allow for forensic evidence to be published? Right? If what they're telling us is true, why can't we have the forensic evidence published? That's a good question. No, but they're demolishing the school. Something's just not right here, guys. And I didn't want to turn this into a long video, but I'm sorry. It's, you know, we're running on 12 minutes now. These are just a couple questions I have, and you know, this doesn't fit YouTube's agenda, so I'm sure this will get taken down pretty quickly. If anything I said, if y'all can debunk it, or if y'all have any, you know, any kind of links or any kind of articles that further help and educate some of the points I brought up, or if you have proof that some of the stuff isn't exactly true, please listen, guys. Help us all understand, because we want to know what the hell happened here. I mean, it's crazy, guys. It's beyond me. It is absolutely beyond me why it's not we, it's they are going after the Second Amendment. Going after the Second Amendment, trying to give the government even more power when the government has failed miserably time after time after time after time. They just can't get their stuff together. They cannot get things right. There's no accountability at the state, local, and federal level. We have good politicians, but they are few and far in between. And I was a Trump guy, and I still want to say I'm a Trump guy, but good God, he sure is pushing it to the edge just as well. And Trump, I'll tell you this, it's people like me who got you elected to begin with. It's the voters that they didn't count on us coming out and vote, because we haven't been voting for the last couple cycles. But we came out the woodworks and we voted for our guy, and that's why all the polls showed Hillary winning. And guess what? They didn't expect the people like me, the millions around that are like me and you, right? And I tell you this, Trump, you let us down, you ain't gonna serve a second term. I can promise you that one. Alright, guys, I appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna have a lot more videos like this. Not necessarily all, you know, gun reviews, not all gun talk, some political, some rants, you know, stuff like that, guys. Give applause where it's due to certain people, like this school shooting in Delaware, wherever it was. There was a school shooting up north somewhere. I'm in Texas, so that's up north. And the resource officer stopped the kid, right? So instead of running and hiding outside, he stopped the kid before any more lives were taken that day. So I think it was 2 or 3 were killed. It was like the girlfriend, the boyfriend, and this kid. Those were the only ones who died that day, and it's because that resource officer used his firearm and he wasn't chicken shit. And I applaud that gentleman. Those are the type of resource officers we need. We need teachers to be able to arm themselves, to protect themselves, and to protect their children, to protect the school, to protect the children at the school. Guys, I hate to say it, but more good guys with guns equal less bad guys doing bad things because they don't know who's carrying. Alright guys, on that note, I am out. I will see y'all next time.